Go and grab your phone, cause I know you're all alone. He gets you out of that funk, and you know he's gonna be drunk. He's gonna be your fave, and he makes the food you crave. It's time for MichaelWave, yeah.
Oh, hello. It's me, Michael, from MichaelWave, the show where I show you how to cook without the microwave, no, but with the MichaelWave, yes. And tonight, I want to show you how to bring the romance back to Valentine's Day, even if you're alone. So, the only reservations you'll be making are about finishing this episode. So, come on, join me. Please. Please. I bet you're wondering, Michael, what are you making? Well, I'm gonna do a little surf and turf. Shh, 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 shh. Don't speak. It's gonna be filet and topped with crab salad. Ooh, maybe it'll have a little mashed potatoes with a romance of shallot pan sauce. What's that? What's that? You want a vegetable? How about a little broccoli? Broccoli. So, come with me. Grab a pen and paper so you can get the list of ingredients you need. A 6-ounce filet, pre-made crab salad, a bottle of white wine, a shallot, olive oil, 2 beers, salt and pepper, peanut butter that's been hollowed out, a couple pills I found on the gym floor, beef broth, a bottle of red wine, 3 condoms, whipped cream, and a bottle of champagne. So let's talk about one of my favorite topics, meat. Here are my 3 tips to make your meat even more delicious on Valentine's Day. Number 1, bigger is not always better. Sometimes the smallest cut of meat can be the most satisfying. Number 2, bring your meat to room temperature. There's nothing worse than trying to get your meat nice and hot when it's ice cold, right? And number 3, take the time to pat dry your meat. It may feel awkward at first, but you'll start to like it. Now that our meat is dry, I'm going to show you a foolproof way to season and lube up your meat so you can have the most tasty and crustiest meat on Valentine's Day. Alright, so first I'm going to brush on just a nice layer of a good olive oil. Look at that. Let's get both sides, eh? Okay, cool. Calm down. Pat, 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 pat. And then without the hand that just had meat all over it, I'm gonna season, salt and pepper. Alright, so when you're ready to cook your meat, you have to have a couple things ready because this will move quickly. A screaming hot pan, an oven set to about 400, a sheet pan lined with foil. Are you ready for this? You're gonna take this meat, we're gonna set it in there, and do not move it. You hear me? Do not move it. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes, so what are we going to do? We're going to flip it and leave it alone. If I cannot play with my meat, you can't either. Alright, it's been 3 minutes. Time to move it from here, work with me, onto our sheet pan. And we're going to put it in our oven for about 6 to 8 minutes for medium rare. And if you like it past medium rare, just go eat a shoe. Now that our meat is in the oven, I want to show you how to make a quick and delicious pan sauce, but there's one word that will help you make it, and that word is ding! That word is sad. S is for sear your meat. A is for add vegetables or aromatics, and D is for deglaze. Let me show you what I mean. Here I'm using the same pan we seared our meat in. I've got about a tablespoon of butter, and this is where we add our shallots. Let them soften and get their flavor. Don't forget to add salt. It extracts the moisture. You're welcome for the science lesson. It's free. Now that the onions have sauteed a bit, I'm going to add just a little bit of flour and cook that out until it becomes a little pasty like I am. You know what they call this? A roux. And you know what Michelle Tanner would say? How roux! And why not spice it up a bit with those little flakes that remind me of my dreams? Crushed. Now I'm going to give this pan the deglaze. Just a splash. Don't worry, this wine won't go to waste. I mean, look at that caulk. And now that our wine has reduced and soaked into the onions, I'm going to add a little bit more liquid, and I'm using beef broth. Whisk this all together so the roux doesn't get clumpy. I'll check back with you in a second. I don't know about you, but on Valentine's Day, I love getting crabs. Sometimes I get them with a friend, or I can just get them on my own. I was able to find these crabs in a local grocery store. There was a young gentleman that helped me get them. Make sure you try the crabs before you buy the crabs, because you never want to be stuck with crabs forever that you don't like. So now our sauce has come to a boil, and I'm going to reduce the heat and let it simmer down. Just simmer down. Alright, back to our meat. I've let it rest for a few minutes, but I do want to add our crab on top, a nice little chunky layer, and we're going to stick it underneath the broiler for about 3 minutes, and I've also added the broccoli that I blanched earlier, so that can continue cooking, and then our meal will almost be done. Make sure when you take your meat out of the oven, you give it plenty of time to rest. It needs time to simmer down and let all the juices flow back into themselves. So tent it with some aluminum foil. Like I said, I'm serving this meal with mashed potatoes. Let me show you how I made them. Start with a 1-inch cube of potato of your choice. Add cold water just to cover, and then 3 garlic cloves. Yeah. Cover them and wait for them to boil. Whoop, now they're boiling. Okay, so add some salt. That's a lot of salt. And then wait for them to be fork tender. When they do, drain them and put the butter back in the pan. And then the hot potatoes and some sour creams looks good. And a little splash of milk, that's a lot. And then push them together and then taste it. Is that what my face looks like when I eat? Not exactly sure how we got here, but this is the final plating. Are you ready? We've got our filet with crab salad, shallot pan sauce, roasted broccoli, heart-shaped mashed potatoes, and then I took the skins from the potatoes and fried them up like little chips, because guess what? I'm amazing and single. So since I'm a huge celebrity now, I thought I'd be able to invite some of my celebrity crushes over for dinner and do sort of a eliminate. So here we go. Hey Michael, it's me, John Cena, and after I'm eating a meal like that, I can't wait to see them pants on the floor later. Let's go wrestle. Huh. Hey Michael, it's me, Ryan Reynolds, and I thought I was a funny guy in Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place, but this is the best food comedy I've ever seen. Yo, Michael, it's Channing Tatum, and this meal sure is a step up from what my wife can make. Y'all, Michael, I can't believe you invited me over. Thank you. This dinner is so good. It makes me feel like, baby, hit me one more time. Oh my God. That was a delicious meal, and I'm definitely in the mood. So maybe you can join me for dessert. But whatever happened to that whipped cream? Well, it looks like I just whipped up another delicious meal via MichaelWave. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the MichaelWave Show, because if I'm getting you laid, then you should be getting me paid. Alright, so MichaelWave.